suppose we take one line L, then there is a point P which does not lie on L, and there will be one line which will pass through this point, and this line M is exactly parallel with the line L and having equidistance all over the line. That means for every line L, for every point P not lying on L, there is unique line M passing through the P and parallel to L. This is the definition what I have explained previously, and the line L and M are parallel to each other, and the distance between those two lines does not change for any time, and therefore we can get one conclusion, that is two intersecting lines cannot be parallel to the same line. That means when we take a point P and when we pass or when we intersect two lines or when we bisect two lines, then those two lines will never be parallel to those line which is passing through the point P. That means these two lines, that is K and J. Let us take for example these numbers. Let us denote them as A and P. These two lines will never be parallel to M or L. A is not parallel to B and B is not parallel to M. So, the important conclusion what we drawn is that two intersecting lines cannot be parallel to each other. There exists a pair of straight lines that are everywhere equidistant from one another. And one more important conclusion we have drawn is the distance between these two lines is A. Now let us deal with the summary of Euclid's geometry. Let us deal with first point, that is Euclid has defined some terms known as point, line, plane. All these points or all these terms are undefined terms. Hence these are not derived or satisfied by other scientists. These are not followed by remaining scientists who came back after Euclid. Therefore, the second point is Euclid's axioms and postulates. The axioms and postulates are derived from the assumptions, that is universal truths is known as axioms. Now, third one is the theorems or statements which are proved using the Euclid's axioms and postulates. The fourth point is, while coming to the axioms, Euclid's axioms, we have 7 points, that is, first point is things which are equal to the same thing are equal to one another. If one thing is compared to the other, then those things have the same magnitude. And the second point is the things which are equal to double or same, which are equal to the double of the same thing, then those things are same to one another. And the things which are equal to half of the same thing, and those things are same to each other. And third point is the whole is greater than the part, that is when the total amount is always greater than some individual part of that. And the fifth point is the things which are in coincide with each other are equal to one another. In the same manner, if equals are added to equals, then the wholes are equals to equal. When the equal magnitude elements are subtracted from equals, then the remainders are equal. These are the 7 points or 7 axioms which are defined by Euclid. While coming to the postulates of Euclid, the first postulate is when 2 points are taken, then we can draw a line passing through these 2 points. The intersection between these 2 points, that is, we can draw a line passing through these 2 points. And the second one is when we take a line segment or a terminated line, we can extend the line segment to endpoints indefinitely. And the third point is when we take a circle, we can draw a circle using a center O with any radius. And fourth point is when we take 2 lines, that is when we intersect 2 lines, then the angle between them is always right angle triangle. In the same manner, the fifth postulate is a very important postulate, that is when we take 2 parallel lines or any 2 lines or any 2 straight lines L and M, and a line P is passing through these 2 lines, then the interior angles of the same side, that is on left side, will be always lesser than or equals to 180 degrees. In the same manner, the many points are derived from the fourth postulate by using fifth one, that is when 2 lines L and M. Suppose we take one line L, and a point P which does not lie on L, then we draw a line passing through those points. Then these two lines are parallel to each other and they have maintained that equidistance, that is D. And when take a point P, and when we bisect this point or when we intersect with these two lines, that is A and B, these two intersecting lines does not be parallel with the line drawn itself. These are the properties which are derived or which are proved from the fifth postulate but are not agreed with the remaining four postulates. And thus many geometrical properties like non-Euclidean geometry properties are derived from these fifth postulate. This is the whole summary of the introduction of Euclid's geometry. While coming in other chapters, we will be learning this geometry, how to apply in different areas.